Well, hi there, boys and girls, and everybody in between. I wanted to make this short little video to talk about, well, let's hit it in a different direction. Do you know about this conspiracy theory or conspiracy group that is going on, that is happening on the right? They're called QAnon. I believe it's a psyop. I would really like to know who is behind it. It is very, very well crafted towards a very specific part of the population, religious people and people who are already into believing things without evidence. Anyway, part of the conspiracy that they believe is that all the Democrats, every one of them, are pedophile, child eating, blood drinking people, and that any day now, and they still believe this shit, any day now, Donald Trump is going to have Hillary Clinton and amongst a bunch of Democrats, Donald Trump is going to have Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton arrested for treason. As a matter of fact, they might already be arrested and at Guantanamo Bay. I bring this up to say because I really wish that part of it was true. Because I am sick and tired of having this conversation amongst friends, or who's supposed to be friends. Barack Obama is apparently out with a 700-page memoir, and in the pre-release, they send out the books to all the book reviewers and political pundits so that they can skim through it and give it the great reviews, so all the lemmings go out and buy the book so that the former president becomes even wealthier than he already is. Anyway, in that book, a quote that has been taken out and is being given a ton of attention is that Barack Obama supposedly is writing or saying that Donald Trump promised an elixir for the racial anxiety of millions of America spooked by a black man in the White House. Again, the reason for Donald Trump is racism and sexism. That's what the establishment of the Democratic Party wants to say. That's what Barack Obama wants us to say. That's what Hillary Clinton wants us to believe. That is what Barack Obama is saying, and that's what he wants us to believe. That it has nothing to do with them. Why the fuck isn't Q and them right so that we do not ever again have to talk about these two people? For fuck's sake, Obama, Mr. President. You were elected to the White House because you didn't vote for the Iraq War, because you weren't in the Senate, but you claimed you wouldn't have. Can't prove that, but people, we believed you. You were elected to the White House because you went to the left of Hillary Clinton and said that you promised that we would have a public option. You were elected because you talked against Hillary Clinton and her connection to Wall Street. You were elected because you said you were going to get all the prisoners out of Guantanamo Bay, and you went to the left of Hillary Clinton on that. And you got the union support by promising that if they supported you and you became president, you would get card check. Meaning that, yeah, you are getting the benefit of the union, and there's a union at your place, you're going to be a member of the union. You were elected to fix an economic, a mortgage collapse that wasn't created by you, but certainly created by the people that gave you the list of approved people for your cabinet. So what did you do after you were elected? Well, the first thing you did was that you told the union that they could go fuck themselves because you were not going to fight for card check. What you said were that you were going to sacrifice that because you were going to put everything on health care. The public option. Oh wait, no. Not the public option. A healthcare system developed by the Heritage Foundation, a Republican conservative think tank, a for-profit healthcare system. That's what you spent your political capital on, as you call them. Did you do it well? No, of course not. It took forever. You fumbled it 1,000,000 times. Didn't understand that something so big had to come through and people had to experience it so that the fear was removed before the midterms. Again, you only thought of yourself. Racist and sexist. Really? You know what's funny though, Mr. President? Of the swing states that you won by, getting the votes of these racist people, that suffered the greatest loss of jobs exported to India, China, wherever they went. In nearly the exact same numbers went to Sanders and then to Trump. So they went to the dangerous socialist. The only thing hated more than black people in America is socialist. And the only thing hated more than a socialist in America is a black socialist. But here we have a Jewish so-called socialist in America only. And these people are racist and sexist Not because their living conditions became worse during your presidency. Not because you protected your friends on Wall Street, the people that were now working for you, or the people that told you who should work for you. You saved them at a much higher cost than what it would have cost to save the homeowners, right? Nationalize every mortgage, right? Restructure it to the new value. Hold on to it for as long as you had, and then sell it back into the private market. It wouldn't have changed a thing. The economy would have just put it along. There would have been no recession. It would have been cheaper. There would have been no moral hazard because you would have done it for all mortgages. But no. How about all the millennials that are now may never ever own a home? All of the ones that had to move back in with their parents because they just graduated and there were no jobs. But it's racism. Then when you're done with your presidency, and we move on to the election and the primary, you put the finger on the scale on the most despised politician. Or let's not say despised, but certainly the most controversial. Someone with such high negatives before they even entered. Someone your own party base said by way of voting that they did not want and that you had to cheat. Or let's say you had to tilt the playing field so dramatically in order for Bernie Sanders to lose. Then you employ after destroying, or let's try to turn it down. After interfering and removing the candidate that your base wanted, that had a populist message that spoke to the needs and the wants and the desires of the vast majority of your base, and certainly the future of the country. You put the finger on the scale for Hillary Clinton, and then Hillary Clinton goes out and runs the most incompetent campaign ever, or at least in my memory. But it's racism and sexism. You have your networks and your friends in the TV and network industry put a camera on Trump's empty podium for hours. A man that already has this made up imagery for some people that did not hear about him in New York and that only know him from his reality show. You give him more airtime, free airtime. Couple billion worth. But it was racism. I am fucking sick and tired of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and all you neoliberals that will not address the elephant, and I mean elephant in the room of the Democratic Party, which is that everybody at the top of this political party are, in fact, old school Republicans, and not that old school, 80s Republicans. None of you have the vision and ideas to move the country forward, united, lifting up the people that needs the lifting. So you blame the voters. The voters don't get you. The voters are racist. The voters are sexist. God damn, dude. If anybody needs to be deplatformed, it's Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Anyway, fuck. Oh, God, man. But doesn't that, like, isn't that too much? Like, can we talk about this and can we have a real conversation that, yeah, people are fucking struggling and people vote for their economic interest in spite of what you say. Nobody was voting for Biden until Clyburn interfered because everybody was like, yeah, fuck, I know Biden, I want to vote for Biden, but he's not fucking speaking to me. And I'm being told I'm supposed to be afraid of this socialist over here. Not until he fucking stepped in and said, hey, you know what? I'm for Joe Biden. Did you see the biggest shift ever? Until he said something, people were actually contemplating to take a chance. To understand, they understood that there was a guy over here with wild fucking bald hair, but certainly not as crazy as the orange man. And he was talking about stuff that made sense. He was talking about jobs. He was talking about creating opportunities in places that I've had none forever. And people were grappling with this. We always talk about how the African American community is the most aware community. Well, if they hadn't fucking swung for Biden at that point, that means they were still thinking about it. And that's why Clyburn knew this. That's why he stepped in. Fucking racism, my ass. Anyway, these videos are getting too long, but I hope you enjoy them. Please like, please share. And yeah, get some friends to like my channel. I would love to be able to go live on drives. So I can share my idiocracy with you guys. I appreciate you giving me your time. Be safe, take care of yourself, and take care of each other.